Hey, my name is James, the non-professional, back with another episode of Draw, 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 and today we're doing Pinky and the Brain. It is a cartoon that I loved when I was a kid, up into my teenage years, actually. I liked Animaniacs, the whole show itself. Pinky and the Brain was my favorite. So for those young kids who probably don't know who Pinky and the Brain is, they're two lab rats, and every night in the lab, the brain, the guy on the right there, who's got that big head, he thinks up new ways to try to take over the world. It's his thing. Every night he concocts a scheme to take over the world, and his friend there, Pinky, he just basically just goes along with it, and he's not a very bright guy, but he seems to be a more rational guy. He's like Brain's rational side, where Brain is just like this genius. Anyways, I did blue line so that again you can distinguish between the pencil lines and the roughs. And Brain's head consists of a gigantic circle on top and these sort of baggy cheeks and a circle nose and half circle eyes. His ears are massive, huge. It was a very awesomely drawn, created sort of character. Very quirky looking, very interesting looking. Now, Brain, his tail is rigid, just like math, hardline facts, right? So you get this sort of zigzag thing. In Pinky, to the left, his tail is a little bit more whimsical, just curvy and just sort of flowing there, And if you look at his eyes, he's always typically cross-eyed, and he's just sort of starstruck at anything that he observes or anything that he's going through. He's very excited and eager about everything, and his character was actually a great character. I loved it. He's not a very bright person, but he's a very enjoyable person to sort of be around. He's always positive as opposed to pessimistic. Anyways, always thinking that these plans are going to reach fruition, and just every day they fail. Every single day, Brain fails in his plan to take over the world, and Pinky is just like, I don't care. Well, what are we going to do tomorrow, Brain? And Brain says, we're going to do the same thing we do every night. Try to take over the world. It's an awesome show. For those of you kids who can actually pick that up on Amazon. Anyways, wearing lines, and majority of these characters are comprised of circles. So keep your lines super tight and break out those stencils and let's draw some circles. That circle on his nose, on Pinky's nose, is actually going to be a shine. And I'm going to take away the inks and just put like a sort of a gradient white on there to look like a shine. And I even use stencils for his tail there just to get those perfect curves. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen lab rats, but there's some lab rats that have this pinkish, reddish sort of eye, and it's really creepy. They're like albino white, just really, really, zero pigmentation in their skin, white, and then they have these red eyes, and it looks creepy. But that's what Brain has there. Pinky on the other end, he has, I think, blue eyes. And I was gonna put like a little chalkboard up there, so he has his little pointing stick, and he's just sort of pointing to elaborately concocted plan on a chalkboard. But I don't know. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, especially when you guys are just more interested in learning how to draw the cartoons themselves, the figures themselves. But the only reason I had put that blue background in earlier is because their bodies are white. And so if I have a white background and I'm trying to color white, I can't tell whether or not I'm inside or outside of the lines. So anyways, that's the reason why you're seeing those different colors in the backgrounds. So the insides are pinks, and just like I said before, coloring the outlines and then, fill in the spaces in between. Now we're going to do his tail there. Like I said, zigzag in Pinky's tail. Whimsical and fun tail there. Now, when I throw the black background up there, you can actually see all the parts that you missed. You're going to see me go ahead and just correct those. Just tiny little parts that I just sort of glossed over. All right, this pointer stick. And we're going to throw some shading on these guys just to give them a little bit more dimension. So basically, I just took a gray because their skin is white. So I took a gray and then I started doing highlights. Or, for example, in his ear, I took a slightly darker pink, and I put shadows inside his ear to give him a little bit more dimension. And if you look at the cartoon, they actually do this. This is not my idea. It's just where, it's me referencing other pictures just to, I guess, get the technique on how to draw them. So, and right here is a window because it always takes place at night when the lab is closed and, there's no humans around. So I figured I'd put in some light pouring through a window there. All right, kiddos. Persistence, patience, perseverance, that's how you grow. Hey guys, if you like my content, please like or comment below. And if you want regular updates, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.